See a comedy about the possible end of humanity? If you do, we have the show for you.
Yeah, that's right. The U.S. premiere of You Stupid Darkness. The curtain lifts tomorrow at the 2110 Theater in Southeast Portland. Not your typical play. Really living up to the whole idea of dark comedy. Joining us now, we have the director of the show, Patrick Nims, and actress Denise Hoy. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, so a comedy about the end of the world, Patrick. It sounds real fun.
Yeah. Because I mean, we live in dark times, but this is a comedy about how to keep the light in times of darkness, and it is a show for people that could use a laugh, but also use a little bit of hope.
Well, how do you tell that story? How do you go about it here with You Stupid Darkness?
Well, so the setting of the story is in a crisis call center. Where people would call in to get help and talk about their whatever issues are bothering them. And there's a particular shift, the 12 midnight to 4 a.m. shift every Tuesday over several weeks. And there's 4 people in this call center who come in. And Denise plays Francis, who is the manager of the call center. And there's 3 other people who come in, and they take calls from people who feel like the earth might just be coming to an end.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, well, Denise, tell us a little bit about your character, Francis, and how do you shed light on something like this?
Well, Francis, she heads up the call center. She's eternally optimistic. That's the thing about Francis. She's determined that she's going to keep her colleagues upbeat and feeling positive, which is to their annoyance sometimes.
It sounds like an exceptional qualification for this job, though, you know, the eternal optimist.
Exactly. She's also heavily pregnant as well, so that adds an extra dimension. But ultimately, she is the glue that holds them all together. She cares really deeply about them, and that's what keeps them strong.
Interesting. Well, this is a British play.
It is.
Originally, this is the American premiere coming up, which is really exciting. I want to get both your takes. What's it like taking this British play and bringing it to the States here for the first time?
Do you want to?
I mean, fantastic for me.
Yes, absolutely.
It's my native accent, right? So not as easy for my colleagues, but I mean, they're doing fantastic with the accent. But no, it's fun, and I think it's helpful for them as well to have a Brit on board, a native
Very much
Brit.
so.
And we've had some very in-depth discussions about what a UK donut looks like compared to a US donut.
Yeah.
Donuts they play a very central and important
The
role
donuts
in
are
this
very
play.
important.
Yeah.
Is there a sense of British humor that kind of comes through this?
Yeah,
Very
I would
much
say
so.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's very much, it has that kind of blitz, keep calm and carry on.
Right,
you know.
that stiff upper lip and,
Yes.
and that dry British humor. Yeah.
Yes.
I do love that kind of humor.
Absolutely. I know. I think about there's all kinds of British entertainment that we have brought across the pond over the years and introduced to American audiences. And so we get to do that here in Portland. It's interesting to see that we're having this show at a time when a lot of people can probably relate and feel like there is a lot of stressful stuff going on in the world.
Yeah.
What do you hope that audiences will take away from having a chance to sit in You Stupid Darkness?
Well, the first thing is that this is not a political show in any way. There's no discussions about policies, solutions, whatever. This is a world that is, and it's not exactly our world. It's slightly absurdist, slightly intelligent, but it's recognizable. So there are issues with the environment. There's other issues going on with shortages and various things, but this is not about the why, this is about the how. How do we carry on a daily basis when the world might be ending with a whimper rather than with a bang? Just the slow decline of modern civilization, and how do we hang on to that? So the fact that the show is set in a call center also is a bit of a love letter to people who do that, who donate their time and their energy, and they volunteer and they go into crisis lines and they listen to strangers. Just get the weight off. And that does not come without a certain toll for the people who volunteer that time, but it is done with humor and humanity and always with an eye toward the funny.
Yeah, well, I mean, you mentioned at the beginning of this too, sometimes you have to find some laughter, right? You have to find the light. Denise, what's it like to be a part of this production where you are finding the light, in using your words, bleak times?
Yeah. I mean, for me, this is the first full stage production that I've done in the Pacific Northwest. I only moved up here about just over a year ago. So for me, that's the first exciting thing for me is that, and obviously it's this US premiere as well. So I mean, I feel really privileged to be working on this specific play at this specific time with Pat, who's a great director, and 2110, who have a brilliant reputation. So for me, doing my first stage production up here at 2110, it's like, I can't ask for more, really.
That's great.
Yeah.
And something I'd like to add just about 2110. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with it, but previously, it was also referred to as the Shoebox Theater. It has 40 seats. This is a very intimate, every seat is practically a front row seat. And so when you see just such high quality work, it's a perfect venue for character-driven, intimate stories. And so the audience being that close, it's a very impactful situation. No balcony, no second tier, you're not 100 feet away from the stage.
Really changes the dynamic as an audience member when you're that close.
Everything is right there. And Ted
Yeah.
Rooney, the artistic director of 2110, is just fostering. He has a series of shows they call the Bare Bones, where they're taking theater into prisons, into convalescent homes.
Wonderful.
And so it's a very intimate, close-up experience.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
It feels amazing.
Oh,
It
well,
really
hey,
does.
we're excited to go and check it out. If you need a little dose of hope, 2110 Theater is the place to be. Thank you both for joining
Yeah,
us.
thank you
Thank
for being
you.
here.
No pleasure.
Yes.
Morning.
Thank you.
And you can check out the premiere, the U.S. premiere of You Stupid Darkness, tomorrow at the 2110 Theater, running through March 1st. We've got a link to learn more and get your tickets on coin.com.